Good morning. It's a beautiful morning. Sun came up just a little bit ago. It's like 7:45. And I didn't sleep great last night because it was too warm with my quilt on, and I would be sweating. But there was enough of a cool breeze to be cold without it. So I kept waking up cold, sweaty, taking the quilt on and off. But I feel really good today, which I'm really happy about, especially after that bigger day yesterday. And this is one of the most lovely sections in Georgia. Hog Pen Gap to Unicoi Gap. So looking forward to this day, and I bet we knock it out in 5 or 6 hours, really. And then town day. It's clear and sunny on that side of the mountain. It's getting kind of dark and ominous over there. It wasn't supposed to rain today at all, but that rarely matters on the AT. So maybe we'll get some rain just to spice things up a little bit. I don't think I've shared this yet, but this is the same sun hoodie that I wore for my Arizona Trail through hike last year. And I have a brand new one that's just slightly different shade of blue, but the same brand and everything for the CDT. And at the last minute, I thought, I want to save that one to fresh for when I start the CDT. So I wore this one. And I've worn this on day hikes and washed it several times, and it's always been fine. But after a day and a half of backpacking, 800 miles of stench started radiating from this thing. And I reek. I cannot wait to get to town and get a shower and laundry. I got some water right here. Much better water source than last night. Okay, all the nice cruisy sections for today are done. And now I've been just walking on these rocks. If I remember right, there's a lot of this, these last few miles. And this kind of terrain really slows me down. I'm sitting here at a water source. I just filled up some water. I'm eating snacks, not really lunch. These things are good. They're like jalapeno fatty beef sticks that I got at Costco. And even with the breeze, the bugs are horrible. But anyway, just like, I don't know, I think it's 2.2 or 2 miles about to the road. So I'm gonna have this snack and get to walking. I can't believe Hops hasn't caught up yet because he like flat out runs on this trail. So I should see him shortly. And I bet I'm hoping we can get a quick hitch into town because I need to eat a salad. I had this silly idea in my head of a time I was trying to make it to the Gap. And then had a good conversation with a guy with the Warrior Expeditions there at that water source. And I don't care so much about the time I make it anymore because there's no way I'm going to make it. But that's okay. It's not even 12:30 yet. Less than 2 miles to go. Okay, I'm walking into Unicoi Gap. There's some road noise. I'm gonna talk to you right before I get there. Still not seeing any of my crew, but we had talked to camp this morning. Whoever was there first, if you could grab a ride, go to town, we'd all meet up there. So I'm really kind of just hoping to luck into a hitch or a free ride when I get to town, when I get to the parking lot here. But we will see. This was our hitch in this truck and trailer. All right, we made it to town, and we're all trying to figure out where to go first. Some of us need showers. All right, here's where we're staying in town. It is a tiny home. I'm sleeping on this couch here in the corner. There's a bathroom there, a bedroom there, and there's more beds up, 2 more beds up there. And that's the entire place. I can give you a tour of the whole place without moving. Walk into the laundromat. The laundromat closed at 4 p.m. We got there at 4:02. So now we're exploring new options.
Number 7, what controversial company that services oil fields had Dick Cheney as its CEO for 5 years?
But good morning. I did not close out yesterday or anything. After dinner, we just came back and hung out for a bit, and I think we were all in bed by 9. All the kids are sleeping. Me and Hops are walking to get coffee. And then we'll go to breakfast and all. I guess I'll be combining some of these videos because I just don't have enough footage.
There's not much. Dick's Great doesn't have the best service. I think we have good service when we get back to, I think Muskrat's pretty good. I really want to camp on that ridge.
All right, we are back at Unicoi Gap. We had hitched back out here, and it was quite the hitch.
Tony the Tiger.
The guy that picked us up, I tried to name him NASCAR, but man, he was talking to Hops in the front seat, and he was through these S curves up through the mountains. He was in the wrong lanes, blindly looking at Hops.
That wasn't a beat conversation. I thought we were gonna die. I really did.
Nip said he looked over at me and was like, and I'm like, what the hell? We made it alive, and we have 15 miles to go. It's already, I don't know, 11 o'clock, almost 11, 10:30. So, and it's a cold day, so I'm gonna get to going. And there is a free shuttle here. We missed out on that the other day, though. Okay, we got the first big climb done, and here's a view. I think that's a prescribed burn out in the distance. I have not done a very good job vlogging this trip. It's just been such a different experience with everything being planned out, having to be at a certain spot and being with a group. I don't know, it just hasn't come naturally to vlog like it normally does. I will absolutely do better on the CDT videos to come. Definitely having a good time out here. It's just, it's hard to tell a story when the story was already pre-written, I guess. The experience was already mostly done. But anyway, we do have a lot of climbing today. I think we have Kelly Knob. We just did the first big climb. There's 2 more. One's Kelly Knob, and I don't remember the other one. But I think today is like a 15 or 15 and a half mile day, and we started well after 10:30. I was just with them again at the top of the climb. I'm gonna kind of slow down and let them get ahead, just so I can kind of walk my own walk today and just get to camp when I get there. Maybe I'll do a better job of sharing some footage this way. All right, just came through Indian Grave Gap. I'm not making very good time today. I ran into French Toasty again, who I knew from the PCT, and she was having lunch. I stood and talked to her for probably 20 or 30 minutes. But it was really interesting timing when I ran into her, because I was having some thoughts this morning that I didn't think I would ever have. I was going up and down these hills, and I started thinking, man, this is boring. For the first time ever, I was comparing the AT and PCT in my mind, and the PCT won. I was really wishing that I was like on the PCT or the Arizona Trail, where you could just stroll and be wide open and have views. But anyway, I was starting to get into a funk thinking about that. And just like, I don't know, for the first time, like I said, I was kind of anti-AT in my head. I don't know that talking to her made it better or worse, but I still got a lot of miles to do today, so I better get walking. I need to get to water so I can have some food. Okay, so I'm on a blue blaze to a shelter. Apparently the water is 0.3 off trail here, but it's fairly flat. So I'm gonna add 0.6. If I went another 1.7, there's water, but it's 0.2 down a steep side trail. So I'm just gonna go up here, get my water, and have lunch, and just be leisurely about the day still. Here's Trade Gap shelter. And presume the water is this way. Okay, this is a really nice pipe spring water source. I got plenty, but I don't want to sit down here. I'm going to go back up towards the trail, get this 0.3 out of the way. Then I want to take a little bit longer of a break and dig my food out because I forgot to even get snacks out when I packed my bag. So I'm going to go ahead and take a break. Like I said, I'll just be taking my time and getting to camp whenever I get there tonight. Well, I picked a fine time to take a long break. I sat here by the trail junction, ate lunch, and was talking to some people. Then I turned my phone signal on, and I had text messages in the group text. And apparently they're thinking about pushing all the way to the Gap to hitch into town to go to the brewery because it was closed yesterday. So here I am, lollygagging, thinking I'll just make it there by dark. And they're pushing, trying to make it further. So I hurried up and packed up and started walking. It'll just be whatever it is. See what I'd end up doing. Here we are in the famous swag of the Blue Ridge. I'm assuming it's just like a low spot in this ridge of mountains. I don't know. I've mostly just been grinding, trying to make miles. Trying to figure out what the situation is for today. But before I can make any decisions, I got to get further. So, I still got to go up Kelly Knob in a couple miles. Okay, I'm failing miserably in this whole video thing. I did no video in this afternoon really at all because once I realized that there was a chance that they were going to town, then I started booking it. I met up with a friend from the PCT and walked with her most of the afternoon. The Nips and Trail Wizard went to town to the brewery. Hops and I and French Toast are here camped. It's been a very good night. Had dinner and we're just chilling here. The van's gonna be down at the Gap at 8 a.m. with breakfast, so looking forward to that. It was a really good day, but there was a lot of climbing. I don't know, I never ran the elevation, but I think it was almost 5,000 feet. And I think we ended up doing like 15 and a half. So I've had dinner, had some beans and rice, and my teeth are brushed and I'm ready for bed. So have a good night and we'll see you tomorrow.